Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Monday, May 24th, and the moon, or Tuesday, May 25th, if you're in Australia and New Zealand, and the moon is in Scorpio. We have a challenging inconjunct between the moon in Scorpio and the sun in Gemini. There is a sort of push-pull. The Scorpio moon tends to be very intense. There tends to be, that sort of intensity that can, in a way, bring us to some pretty deep places. And the sun in Gemini really is not a particularly deep archetype. Gemini is not unlike the butterfly that goes from flower to flower to drink the nectar, to taste life. There's a energy of tasting life with Gemini. Remember, Gemini is the first of the air signs. And so it is interested in sort of finding out what's around it, like what is piquing its curiosity. So there's a lightness and a superficiality often around Gemini, and not because Geminis are particularly superficial, but they are interested in so many things that you don't really have the time to go too deep. And of course, the Scorpio moon is all about depth. So we also have today, I am trying to look at the stuff today, and what I'm looking at here, it's in the sun and I can't see what else is going on. So just give me a moment to get in the shade here, guys. Let's see what else is happening today. Okay, yeah, so there's that. The moon does make an opposition, of course, to Uranus in Taurus. That occurs at 6:15 p.m. That could be a little bit shocking. There can be something that sort of comes up. A little later in the evening, the moon squares Saturn. Of course, Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn just stationing retrograde, right? So there's a lot of power there. The moon in Scorpio is this sort of feeling of, can I trust things? And Saturn in Aquarius is saying that we need to build trust within the community. So how do I foster a sense of trust and safety in communities that are varied and different, and not the same as I am, not me, but this is the person talking, right? And so there's there's that struggle as well today, but for the most part, a pretty good day. The moon in Scorpio is always willing to dig, and we might find out some things that we didn't know before, because we endeavored to dig it out and find it. So there is definitely an energy of revelation that continues to be very, let's say, in the front of our minds, so to speak, in the front of our minds. So keep your eyes open, keep your hearts open. Take care and be aware. As always, we are in a very intense period of time. The time around eclipses are always intense because there's always some sort of revelation. And so keep, just pay attention to what those revelations are. Some of them we might expect, some of them we might not. And what we do with them and our free will to what we do about them is up to us. And that's where a certain amount of maturity and a certain amount of consideration and certainly a good dose of responsibility, self-responsibility, taking responsibility for the actions that you take is important. I had a discussion with a woman this morning who was thrilled to death that she didn't have to wear a mask anymore. And I kind of understand it, because with the type of work that she does, a mask could be, an encumbrance. But it also, because of the type of work she does, a mask was very necessary. And but it felt to me more like she was just excited that she didn't have to follow that rule. And I know a lot, and I have a good friend whose biggest issue through this whole thing has been the whole mask thing. She's been ranting and raving on Facebook about the mask, and that our body has the ability to heal itself, and blah, 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 blah. All true. Yeah, all true. But she also lives in a very rural area, so I think it's easier to be that way when you're not like stuck in an elevator with 20 people going up to the 25th floor in some place in New York City, right? I mean, let's be realistic here, and let's put ourselves in other people's moccasins. Something, unfortunately, this friend was not interested in doing. But it is very interesting to see how people are responding and reacting to all of this. And it seems to me that there has been brought to my attention through this process of people that I agree with, that I love, people that I don't agree with, that I love, that sometimes, hello there, just had a cardinal, just like, that's him singing, hi. I must be close to his nest, so he's trying to get me out of the way here. Yes, I know. I'm not going to bother you or your nest. That it comes down to consideration of others and a firm belief that you should have ultimate freedom about what you do. And I don't have any trouble with people being free to do what they have to do. I do have an issue when they're not being responsible, though. So if you want freedom, you have to be responsible. If you aren't responsible, then on a certain level, you don't deserve the freedom that you get. So that's my opinion, although that's my opinion and not an astrological thing. Just thought I'd share. Hi, how you doing? All right. I see it. Let me see if you can see him. He's right up there. Hey, keep singing, buddy. All right, guys. Much love. Take care. See you later.